was actually focusing on something else.
Okay.
But what I was focusing on was not focusing on me. It was after getting some experience, getting the connections. That's very important because you can know everything and go back to Nigeria and you regret. You can have all the skills, all the plans, but if you don't have access, there is a big problem.
So once again, welcome to my videos and welcome to my channel. It's always a joy when someone from the gateway to Africa meets the giant of Africa. But but just before that, just before we discuss what we have for you today, can you introduce yourself to us?
Yeah, I'm Emmanuel. Of course, I'm Nigerian.
Why Emmanuel is for only Nigerians?
No, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
you
It's a
already
common
introduced
name.
me. You already introduced me.
Ah, okay,
So
okay.
of course, I'm Nigerian. Yeah. So I'm from the southeastern part of Nigeria.
Okay.
I used to reside in Lagos. Yeah, I'm not in Lagos right now, but I'm from Oyo State. I don't know, like it's not popular as like Lagos. Actually, in Lagos. So what else? Do I have to like say what I do? So I'm currently like doing my masters in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. And what else? What other details did it?
I mean, this guy is so interesting, but
Yeah.
right now, a Nigerian in Europe.
Yep.
What brought you here? Masters.
Masters.
Right. So, why that masters? Why that part? But before that, tell us about your masters.
Yep. So I'm currently my program is the Erasmus Mundus. Should I say like centered on mineral processing.
Yeah.
On sustainable mineral and metals processing, and I'm specializing in recycling.
Okay.
So like so there are two tracks. But,
Okay.
But the part I'm following is like the one specializing in recycling of waste secondary raw materials.
Okay.
So some people are like are doing the like processing like the primary ones. Yeah, about circular economy and recycling. Don't let me go into details. I think I've said like a lot already. So
Okay, so yours is specifically on secondary mineral
yes.
reprocessing.
Yeah.
Okay. But there is no sustainability.
Yeah, it's all like circular economy,
Oh.
everything all together. All
Okay.
combined. So urban mining, soil remediation, everything
Okay.
that's like sustainability all together. So
Okay.
it's like everything all together.
Okay. Okay, so the first question I asked you, why did you choose this trajectory?
Yep. So I don't know if I would say I chose it. I chose this amongst others.
Okay.
Let me say I was not exactly like this was not like my major goal from the beginning.
Okay.
It was one of the options.
Okay.
In fact, I did not imagine myself getting selected for this for life. I was actually focusing on something else.
Okay.
But what I was focusing on was not focusing on me. then this kind of focused on me. And
Okay.
that's when I was like, okay, let me go for it. At first I was maybe like, will I
Yeah.
like it? But I think I'm loving it already. So I think it's like the right choice. Yeah.
So in other words, it wasn't something you wanted to do.
Yep.
And after you entered, you realized that
Yeah.
it was what
Yeah,
you
it's
really
really
wanted.
cool. That's
Yeah.
been a good experience for me.
But is it only the academic experience or the cultural experience or what experience exactly?
Everything.
Okay.
Academic experience has been good. I've learned a lot. And
Okay.
for my program, like if you're familiar with the Erasmus Mundus program, you get
Yeah.
to like travel to different countries. Not just about traveling, of course,
Okay.
experiencing different cultures from Finland to Austria, where I am, going to
Okay.
Croatia, and who knows where else I would go. And that's one part, very interesting. Different cultures, different like whatever. But the academic experience is also good because in Finland we got to learn about something. In Austria it was different stuff. Like
Okay.
having like consummate experience, like all round experience, like really good. So like I can't keep on like it has just been good. Europe is nice.
Yeah. Do you dream of similar program in Nigeria?
Doing what?
Do you dream of a similar program in Nigeria maybe in the coming future?
Well, like I don't let me go into that detail. so about
I'm talking about the future. Anything is possible, you know?
yeah, of course, and I think I would like most likely spearhead that because I have
Yeah, great.
because I have it's like one of my long-term dreams. Like
Okay.
I really intend to like go back to Nigeria. So beyond, of course, I have to be honest. I won't just say okay, blah, blah, blah. Like I want to be here, enjoy Europe. Probably
Okay.
I go to somewhere else, wherever God leads me. Like
Okay.
because I want to become a consultant in the future.
Okay.
I love impacting. You get
Okay.
and I know how Nigeria is. I don't want to go into details about that, but in our sector, the state of things are not really like okay right now. I think it's quite better in Ghana right now because
Okay.
I conversed with my Ghanaian friends for the mining sector, it's not so okay in Nigeria right now, and I feel really bad about it. Maybe
Okay.
yeah, I might be here, we getting the money, the experience, but there will still be like a vacuum in me. Like I
Yeah.
have to like do something back home. It's my goal. So
Okay.
hopefully, like after now, do my PhD, get some
Okay.
experience, and go back. Like of course, after getting some experience, getting the connections. That's very important because you can know everything and go back to Nigeria and you regret going back. Like
Okay.
not because Nigeria is not a good country, but some factors might not just add up. So getting
Okay.
the network, having a name, it's very
Okay.
important for me. So when I go back, I can there are open doors for me.
Okay.
So you understand? So that's
Okay.
very important.
Hmm.
So going back and establishing stuff, starting up my own company, consulting for people, like it's very that's one of the aims for my stuff.
Okay.
Sustainable practices.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think I should stop here because
No,
I have other
you
questions.
know what? That's fine. But I just like the fact that you really desire to go back home and
Yeah.
help. Unlike others who find it very difficult going back home because
Yeah.
I think you've already labeled out the solution to the problem.
Yeah.
Because you go back home, you may not get the same opportunity, but you want to build a network.
Yep.
Make sure it's made up a good name for you. But
Yep.
that's laudable. I just hope that you are not saying this because you are behind the camera.
No, just watch out. My name is Daniel Ogundili. Just check. Like in the next 15 years or 10 years, maybe, depending on how things work, I'll definitely be doing that. It has to happen.
Okay.
It has to happen.
So, what in case you want to go back home? What have you learned in this master, or you are learning in this masters that you think will be more impactful, or
Like okay, like to help me when I get back home.
yeah?
Yeah, of course. I just started my learning experience.
Okay.
So and like I said, I want to do a PhD. So
Okay.
like this is just a bit out of what I want to be doing. But like so far I've learned a lot.
Okay.
Like in Olu and except from trying to like learn, I've been able to attend programs where I was
Okay.
able to like test the knowledge I've gained over time. Like recently I went for a sustainability contest in Poland.
Okay.
So we went there, they give us problems to solve. So there we were able to like leverage on the skills we've learned and stuff, and more stuff we've gotten to like learn over time. And just recently we concluded a summer school. So
Okay.
we were taught like entrepreneurship, like skills. So like they are not just training us to like have knowledge or whatever, they're training us to like in the future like become like probably business owners, like startup
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
be like major influencers in the industry, not
Okay.
just working, not just creating people who would just be like be part of the workforce,
Okay.
people who would bring in the workforce.
The workforce. Yeah.
So like the program has been doing that for us.
Yeah.
So and hopefully beyond the program, which of course is a good like starting ground, I hope to like as well like try to like get more things. Like of course, build myself and prepare myself for that kind of person I want to be in the future. Yeah.
Okay, but after leaving, was that your first time leaving Nigeria?
No.
Okay, but after leaving Nigeria to Europe,
Yeah.
having settled in Europe for some time,
Yeah.
rewind your mind back to Nigeria. What do you think is the major problem? Why do you think you mentioned the mining sector has not been throughout your studies or your stay here? What do you possible problems or empty holes in Nigeria that is not allowing this easy, mining and stuff? What are the things the problems you can identify?
So now okay, I think it's this is like the safest thing to say. I think it's like the reliance on petroleum.
Okay.
Because we have like of course like that has been like the stuff right from time. So the government, not like we have like we have about 44 strategic minerals in Nigeria. So we have vast mineral deposits. Not
Okay.
like we do not have this. Like we have, and we have the petroleum, oil and gas sector is booming really well.
Okay.
But I think based on the fact that we have that,
Yeah.
we've been over reliant and we've not explored that part.
Other
Like
options,
they really
yeah.
don't. Maybe they don't know much about it, or they are not. Maybe you've not actually seen a threat because
Okay.
you feel like the oil and gas company is taking care of all stuff. So if that was not there, probably they would have.
But what if they are trying to conserve resource for the future?
Nah, that's not. That's not. Like that's not because I think we have a lot of. If it's about that, the
Yeah.
sustainable practices are not there because even if you're not trying to do this, people are actually mining. Well, most of the miners in Nigeria,
Yeah.
most of them, we have big establishments, but they are few. Yeah, most of the mining activities happen in Nigeria are artisanal mining practices.
Okay.
So people are actually doing this. Some of them get licenses because they have. I volunteered for a department, ASM department, so artisanal like and small scale mining department.
Yeah.
So we went there to volunteer, like to supervise these people.
Yeah.
So these things happen, but these people don't really care. Like they are not trained. They are just maybe like these local people
Yeah.
just trying to like get gold. Anyway, they don't mind digging up everywhere, scattering everywhere. So, and that is not controlled like as much as it should be. So if it's
Okay.
about me trying to conserve our resources, nah. At least based on my experience, I don't think that is it.
Okay, but if you are giving, for example, you are giving 4 years
Yep.
to change the mining sector of Nigeria, what are you going to do differently?
So now this is the issue.
Yeah.
It might be hard. You know, I said something about power the other time.
Okay.
That's why it's important. Even you can have all the skills, all the plans, but if you don't have access, there is a big problem. So
Okay.
one thing I want to do for myself, like I said, it's not because I want to do this or do that. It's very important for me to have access. That's why I have to build that. That's one of the things I need to build. Yeah, I need to have networks. Like I can actually say I'm contacting somebody and they're picking my call up. I not because I want to have power per se, but that's one truth. Like it's an unspoken truth. Like if you don't have that, you can have all the knowledge in the world and you will not be listened to. But when I have influence, like I am coming back and I can actually contact this person. I can actually maybe like I'm introduced to if I'm not even like probably the minister of mines or
Yeah.
minister of steel or whatever, why I can have a way to contact this person and like, sir, I think there's an issue.
Yeah.
You know, like that is
Yeah, I get
now
it.
I have
Yeah.
plans.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But I can actually have a meeting with somebody and he won't just come. Like he would actually listen to me because he knows who I am.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
one important part. That's one thing.
Okay.
But so if that part is solved,
Yeah.
I believe I would start from, of course, trying to work hand in hand with this person.
Okay.
Hopefully, he's someone who understands the times and is not like maybe an architect being a minister of mines and steel.
Yeah.
You know that's I tell
Yeah.
you, that's one problem we are facing in Nigeria right now.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever had a minister like of mines and steel being a mining engineer.
Yeah.
One time like a minister for war, military, whatever. The next time an architect, and that's
Yeah.
one problem on its own.
Yeah.
So imagine we had someone who is a mining engineer and he not, of course, probably they really don't have so much of because I won't blame the government so much for that. Let's not get into that.
Okay.
But assuming they had someone who really understands this stuff, it would have been easier. So hopefully if that happens, it will be easier for me to like converse with the person,
Okay.
draft out plans with this person.
Okay.
Based on, I really don't know what will happen in the next 15 years.
Okay.
But so if I even give out my plans right now, things will change. So
Yeah.
like basically I'll be going with the flow. While I'm here, I'm being connected with what is happening in Nigeria.
Okay.
So while I'm doing, it's a long-term plan. While I'm working on it, I'm kind of optimizing based on what is happening.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm looking out for what is happening outside the world, how they are solving their problems there.
Okay.
Based on having like that experience and bringing it all together, checking where I'm from, how can this stuff work in my
Yeah.
country?
Great.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because this can be there and bringing it over, the plan might not work. So I have to also check all the factors together. And I think
then
so. It's a lot of stuff.
I hope it's not just words.
It
But
is
because
not.
what if
It
what
is
if just
not.
said and really go a long way?
Yeah, it is
But
not actually.
As you said, the first one is always a difficult part. How you get the access, how you get the people who
Yeah.
think like you,
Yeah.
and you need to make a change.
Because
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, what if I allow you, you have a lot to say.
I do, really, I do.
But,
But yeah, let's just go.
you'll be fine. You'll be
Yeah, I
fine.
will
One
be.
day, I just hope that all the things you dreamed of,
Yeah.
one day it will happen. But just before we go, your final words to your fellow Nigerians, to your fellow students, and anyone you may want to talk to. I mean, Africans as well.
All right. I think I would like to like encourage Nigerians right now. I know like all people are going to like. Let me just talk about like Nigerians generally.
Okay.
They should just like keep on fighting, keep on being good people,
Mhm.
because it's very important. Beyond the leaders, we ourselves, the change starts with us. So
Okay.
we should not just blame it on the leaders. We should also, in our own capacity, try to also like be good influences.
Okay.
Because if this person is good, this person is good, that's when we can actually have the Nigeria we dream of. So
Okay.
I want to encourage everybody to like not just blame it on people. Let it start with you. And I want to encourage the students to know that like there is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't be
Okay.
discouraged. Don't be discouraged, and everything will be fine with time.
Great. Thank you so much. Hope to
Yeah,
see you next time
it's a pleasure.
on
Yeah.
my channel.
Yep.